This song is really weird.
Good evenings, everyone.
Alright. Oh, sorry, was that you trying starting the video?
Pretty much.
Okay.
My vain attempt.
Let's try it again.
Hi.
Hi!
Hello.
You guys want to play some Guild Wars?
It sounds like a plan.
Awesome.
I suppose my character should get dressed.
Well, at least you didn't take the leaf off the crotch. Or
Yeah, I would if it was an option.
Or is that his actual naughty bits?
That's the part right there.
Yeah, reproduction for them is just kind of like throwing one pile of salad on top of another pile of salad.
It's a tossed salad.
Oh.
Makes its own dressing. Alright.
That's
Close this word.
bit more planned sex jokes. Alright, I guess we should introduce ourselves here. I'm Nick.
I'm Rich.
That's Rich. And that is Sharon.
Hello.
How's it going, everybody?
So far, so good. For anyone that's not aware of when this went up, they're doing a free weekend for Guild Wars 2. That's why I'm playing it, because I don't actually own it yet, but I will be after the non-stop playing I've been doing on it all weekend long.
So how you liking it so far?
I'm liking it a lot. They did, there's a lot of things that are different in this from the original Guild Wars, but that's to be expected. Other than the locations on the map, the zones don't look anything like I remember them, and I played the hell out of Guild Wars 1.
Okay.
And as far as the difference between this and other MMOs, other than the no fees once you buy the actual game, I like the way they're doing all the skills. Because you skill up your weapon. Every weapon has its own set of spells attached to it.
Right.
And as you use them, you unlock all of these skills attached with them, and it doesn't really take too long. Usually by the time you're like 10, if you switch weapons, once you got all the max skills out of them, you'll have all the max skills for the rest of the game. And a couple of extra things add in. I've noticed that some of my weapons, as I've gotten higher in level, will unlock combos, which they do automatically.
Yeah. There's a lot of pretty cool stuff like that. And it's, I don't know, it's really satisfying and really fun to unlock the weapons the first time.
Yeah. Yep. I still actually haven't unlocked all of them yet. I have some of my underwater weapons haven't unlocked. And that took me a while to get used to. Once you dive underwater, you automatically switch to your underwater weapons, which can be problematic if you were tanking and now all of a sudden you no longer have a shield, but you have a stick that shoots laser beams.
Alright, let's head out to adventure.
Okay.
All right.
We're
Who just joined us?
Screen. That is one of the other that is Jessica.
Oh.
Yep.
I hope it's okay that I said your name in the video. Sorry, Jess. Oh, there's that waypoint.
No, you didn't have that yet. Yeah, so that's the other thing, is this game is very Diablo-esque in the way that it does its warping. Much like the first Guild Wars game, if you want to go to one other area in the game, you just have to have been there previously. But instead of just zoning to the beginning of that zone, you just jump directly to whatever the waypoint was, just like in the old Diablo games, the new Diablo games, and Torchlight.
Yeah, I really like the zoning, actually, and how that works. Especially how it sort of coincides with all the exploration points that you can get. You can just spend hours just exploring the map, and the zoning works for you.
Yep. Yeah, and so you get XP for exploration like you do in a lot of the other games. You get XP for gathering and crafting, apparently, although I'm not doing those. And you get XP for viewing these kind of panoramic look-arounds that kind of remind me of Assassin's Creed, where you have to climb to the top of something, and then once you get up there, there's a thing you can look at, and it does like a little pan around the area that you're in, and you get XP for doing that. Mostly because those things can go from being easy to get to the top of to a giant, giant, giant pile of nightmares.
Yeah, but there's no haystacks.
Haystacks?
From like Assassin's
Oh,
Creed
yeah,
that
yeah.
you
No,
descend
there's nothing to
into.
dive into. You then have to either jump
Get
down
down.
and fall on your face or die, or manually crawl down.
And we're back. Sorry, had a little game crash there. And Rich's tree man had some explosive magical
Too much Taco Bell.
vomit, I guess? What the fuck was
Too much Taco Bell.
that? So we're back. We're gonna go run around and kill some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who's, you're the lowest level here, Rich, I think, right?
Yeah, and I haven't really done very many of the quests in this area, so we're just going to
Okay.
run until we see stuff to do. So,
Yeah. Lead the way.
getting back to what we were talking about earlier, there are now 4 of us.
We're invisible.
I can't see myself. So, generally the way this game works as far as quests go, when you first start your character, you'll have kind of your own little quest chain. And it'll kind of point you in the right direction for your quest, but as you wander around, you'll also see people with quests. Quests will pop up, events will pop up, monsters will pop up that need killing, and any number of things. Quests just happen as you play the game. Now,
Yeah.
I ran us over here by this scout because anyone that has a spyglass over their head, you can click on them. Nick, why don't you click on them so people can see what it looks like?
Oh, I've already talked to this guy, so it's not gonna do it again.
No, it's not?
Nope.
Huh. Well, on my screen, if I click on them, it's going to zoom out to the map. So bring up the map next, at least, so you can see what that looks like. So the map in the game is pretty cool because you can zoom way the heck out, and it zooms out to the entire world. When you click on this guy, what it does is it'll show all of the regular quests in your area that you can do. And right now, it's showing me like 4 different quests that I have not done yet. When you do the quest, you'll get XP, you'll get some money, and you'll get what's called karma. Karma is like a secondary resource in the game that you use to buy gear off of some vendors. And generally, it's pretty decent gear for the level you'll be playing the game at. And later in the game, you'll want crafted gear, or you'll want drops from dungeons, but it's just another way of getting fairly decent gear. So let's head on over to where I think was the first dude. Also, there's vendors all over the freaking place. Nice name. So, like in a lot of games, your gear has durability. As it gets beat up, it gets less useful until it breaks, and then you have to go get it repaired. I can't remember. Did we actually pay to get our gear repaired in this game?
Yep.
I could never really tell, because it's something that I always just did and I never really paid much attention to. It doesn't seem like it's too expensive, but I'm guessing, like with a lot of games, that'll be more expensive as you get higher in level and your gear gets pricier.
Indeed.
So now, Nick, I believe you've done all of these quests, so I'm going to be starting them off. So a lot of times you actually don't even need to go to the person that starts the quest. You just need to be in the area, and then it'll pop up information on the right-hand side of the screen telling you what you need to do. So you actually never even need to come talk to these people unless you need clarification or unless the quest requires you to drop stuff off to this person. So,
Yeah.
this person, Farmer Dia, whatever, wants us to help her by watering corn, stomping worm mounds, feeding cattle, and defending the fields. That just means running around, click on stuff.
I was in this area by myself a couple of weeks ago, and I was in this exact area here, and there were a bunch of other people running around, and I was amusing myself by picking up the water bucket, dumping it on their feet, and then running away right away.
Okay, so I walked out of the area that you guys are in, because I wasn't sure exactly where it wanted us to do it. So I guess this quest is exclusively in her field only. I'm going to work on flattening the mounds because it'll spawn monsters to fight. That's kind of what I like to do. Now, another thing that well, you can't see it on Nick's screen, but at the bottom of the screen is where your XP bar is in this game. And it's like with every other game, but the one thing that is kind of interesting, the game is never boring for people that are not the correct level for the area that they're in, provided that they're not too low in level. What that means is, as you go into a level that's too low for you, it'll de-level you back to the max level for that level.
Yeah.
For that zone. So right now I'm level 19, but for the purposes of doing this section, I am level 5, and so is everybody else. So
And
what do we have to do with the water bucket?
You still get relatively, it's a little bit less, but you get relatively appropriate rewards for your actual level.
What do we do with the water bucket?
I don't know. Dump it on people's feet and run away.
Well, it says I can throw water, but in other
Bandits.
quests that I've done,
Oh, I tried.
in other quests that I've done, water tended to be put things out, or like that one fire quest that we had yesterday. That was a nightmare. Give me some hay. Give me some hay. Flatten. So anyway, as you do these quests, they're basically like public quests from other MMOs. As you do them, it fills up a little bar, and once that bar fills all the way up, you'll get XP, karma, and money. And the amount you get is based on how much you helped out during the course of what was going on.
And we've actually, as we're here doing this other type of quest, an event
Another
just
one's
started
on?
up here.
Yes. Protect the hay bales from the bandits. I guess they're going to come in and, I don't know. ruin
Oh,
them.
they're here.
Oh, I haven't even noticed them. I've been too busy feeding cows and kicking things. The funny thing is, though, that because I'm here and because my group is helping out, I think I'm still going to get whatever reward you guys are doing. So it's an interesting way to split the group up to do different things, but still have the overall reward be good for everyone.
It looks like a other group of travelers is what started the event, but that's perfectly fine.
Yep.
I mean, that's one of the things I really love about this game. There's sort of never a dearth of things to do, and you never really have to go out of your way to look for stuff. Shit's just gonna happen.
It finds you.
Yeah.
So I gave food to one of the cows, and now he loves me. I know that because there are hearts over his head. Oh, somebody's down here.
I think the water is for if we failed
Oh,
the bandits, because they're trying to burn the hay, so
Ah,
we
good
need to
call.
pick
That
up
too.
the water. And that's another really cool thing, is these missions, these dynamics missions and stuff can go multiple directions.
yeah, and you also have a number of different things you can do. So there's a lot of things you can pick up in this game. Whether it's a crowbar or a bucket of water, and it changes what your main weapon was doing. I only got bronze for that one. Alright, so now the mission we were doing has spawned another mission, which is the bandits have constructed a roadblock to stop traffic. So now we have to go do that.
Yeah.
Now, did we fail the farmer quest? Because
No, we did it.
I only have... her thing is still empty for me.
Oh, well, that's the heart quest. That's different than the event that was just happening.
Well, no, that's what I meant. The heart quest is the one that's...
I don't think you
it's
can-
empty again.
I don't think you can fail the heart quests.
Well, I didn't think so either, but... Oh, I see what happened. Because we got a reward on the other one, it kind of depopped that bar off of my screen. So, starting to do it again brought it back up. So
I see.
we're still doing that heart quest, actually.
One of the other things I love about this game is it rewards you quite a lot for
Just helping.
helping out and just doing whatever. It makes it changes the emphasis of the whole game towards
All right.
cooperative play with your fellow random players, as opposed to a sort of antagonistic thing that a lot of other MMOs foster. Of,
Right.
damn it, that asshole got to that spot and killed that mob before I did. Now I gotta wait
Right.
20 minutes.
Yeah, there's none of that in this game, thankfully. I mean, there are certain giant monsters which won't spawn all that often, but you're never really hosed. All right.
Well, but even
so
then, like if you come across a giant monster and someone else is already fighting it, if you just attack them once, you get full credit. And it does not diminish their credit for fighting them, also.
So it looks like we finished that one.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest of the quests that I've got coming up... Oh, someone found it. There's a... Sharon, there's a NPC over by you somewhere. I'm not sure where, but there's a heart over there. Help Fisherman Travis and Fisherman Justin check traps for hostile creatures, break drake eggs, kill drakes, and scale in the river. So basically just overall cause mayhem.
Get rid of these spiky lizard guys.
Sounds good to me. Yeah, and you also, I think, Nick, you were talking about this yesterday, maybe, that someone was actually complaining that this game is not very group-friendly, but it's sort of... Groups aren't necessary. Everything you're doing in this game can be done by just showing up and other people are doing it too. You just help out, and it gives you credit as if you're all in the same group, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Earlier today when I was playing, there was a boss that I had no chance in hell of fighting, and as I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, like 3 random people rolled up and started beating on him. I'm like, alright, that works.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, there's a difference between not being group-friendly and fostering the ability for anyone to just sort of help out with what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know that it is... I mean, I would argue that the game isn't, like, outright hostile towards groups.
Oh, I don't think it is either.
It's not like if you group up, then suddenly the game is worse for you. You're right, it isn't 100% super necessary, but it also does make the game a lot more fun.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
for sure.
Oh, I'm not faulting it at all. I actually kind of like it because it also means that if you're in the middle of doing some big thing and one of your buddies shows up, it's not like he has to stand around doing nothing while you guys are doing whatever it is that you're doing.
It's great. Overall, they understand that people just want to play together.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to dick around with all the, well, I'm 5 levels too low, or I'm 5 levels too high, and I don't have enough blah blah blah.
It also took me a while to realize the whole de-leveling thing. It wasn't until I actually was high enough level that I was being de-leveled that I really understood exactly what the heck was going on.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I mean, that's one of the great things. I mean, we've got 4 people in a pretty big range of levels, and we can all play pretty seamlessly. So
yeah, I mean, one of our buddies here is max level.
yeah.
And she's still playing with us in this starting level zone.
Yep.
And still getting rewards, so that's rad.
Also, one of the things that this game has in common with the first Guild Wars game is once you hit max level, in this game max level is 80, but once you hit max level, it's not like you have no reason to continue to do the stuff you would have been doing anyway, because you still get skill points, and skill points are used to both get skills, and I think yesterday when we were looking around, we saw that there was some things you could buy with skill points.
Yeah, the new event has a vendor that you can straight up use skill points for, which is... I think that's new for that event. I've never seen that in this game before.
Well, it might be introduction, because this event is also supposed to be launching some new content. By the way, we finished this one.
Yep.
Okay.
So let's head on over to, well, actually to the northeast. There's another thing on the other side of the river. Another nice thing is there's no real healer class in this game. Everyone has some kind of a heal spell as part of their class. And also, any class can revive.
Yeah.
So when you get knocked down, you're not quite dead yet, you can fight for your life. So if the thing you're fighting dies while you are in your kind of last-ditch effort mode, you can come back to life.
Though, honestly, that feature of the game... it gets kind of old. Especially if you're playing by yourself.
Yeah, if you're playing by yourself, it can be a little frustrating.
I end up just spawning right away. to somewhere else if I'm playing by myself, because otherwise it's just, alright, I'm going to sit here and mash on these buttons in a futile effort to not die, or I can just click this thing and be done with it.
Yep. And it's good in group things, though, because it allows you to kind of fight off death for a little bit.
Well, and it's super satisfying in groups, too. And actually, like I was saying before, you get, if someone's down, you get experience for reviving them. Even if they're not in your group. So if you just see a random, another random player that's downed, and you run up and help them, you get rewarded for that.
Do you get XP for reviving NPCs?
Yep.
Alright, cool.
I've actually done that a lot, but you have to be careful when that's your focus, because the NPCs are down in spots that are usually a little tricky.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they basically are spawning in areas where it's harder to fight whatever that is. I had one of those today where I was hanging too.
They're baiting you in.
Yeah, well, also some of them are traps. I've noticed that some of them are actually not real dead bodies. You get over there and you try and revive them, and then immediately the body like despawns and a monster pops up.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I've had that happen a couple times. It's basically bait.
That's devious.
Yeah, player bait.
Yeah, our buddy not in chat here, in the game chat says, my favorite thing about this game is the vistas.
Oh, yeah.
And the jumping puzzles. And those are both rad, too.
They can be a little frustrating if you're on a lower-end computer, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
The jumping specifically, because some of them seem to require pinpoint precision.
Yeah, I ran into a couple of those where, because I was lagging a bit, I was jumping over what I needed to land on, and after about 3 or 4 tries, I was like, alright, I'm done with this one, and I moved on. But after rejiggering some of my settings, it's been a lot easier to do those. And I believe we got it. Alright.
That is a crazy move.
Oh, the fire?
Yeah, the blue fire out of your mouth.
Yeah, I think it's based on whatever your character's color scheme is, the color of it anyway, but it's
really?
essentially, it's the secondary attack with the torch. The first one, it sets you on fire, and then anyone that's hitting you while you're on fire takes damage. And then, if you, are you guys still fighting?
Yeah, I just keep clicking on stuff because it's so easy to kill things in this area.
Yeah, the first attack with the torch is it sets you on fire. Anyone damaging you for the next, like, 4 seconds, I think, takes damage. And you can release it to then throw all the flare off you at a target. And then the secondary one is you just breathe a big arc of fire that does a ton of damage. I think almost at my level anyway, by the end of each flame attack I've done, I think, like 250 damage. Oh, we're walking away from.
Did we leave the other two behind here? Whoops.
Well. Oh yeah, we did.
I also clicked off the screen for a second.
There's a heart up here on this little orchard. I think we lost Sharon and...
There they are.
Oh yeah, you guys are over there. Oh, we're relatively close.
Did you get this?
Yep.
Did you get this waypoint over here, Rich?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it took me, for some reason I didn't get the heart at the same time as you guys, so it took me a few more plugs and kills.
So for this one, we have to drive bats and spiders from the orchard and basically just kill stuff in the orchard.
Violence in a video game?
Well, I like the sound of that.
This orchard spider is not happy with me for crushing her young. The game's also very good about allowing you to spam on the attack keys to automatically acquire a target as well.
Yeah, though that can be a little annoying too sometimes. When it'll target something that you're not even looking at the time.
Right.
There are a lot of people in this orchard right about now.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious if this is how the game is on regular weekends, because there is an inordinate amount of people in the newbie zone this weekend because of the free event.
Yeah, this is how it was for about the first month after launch, and then it got a lot quieter. It never got. I never got to where I would say it was dead. There was still always people everywhere, but.
What else can we say about the game? Oh, the loot system's really good. You just basically set up the auto loot ability, unless you actually really want to sort through everything. And you just hit the F key or whatever your loot key is, and they'll just automatically loot things that are lootable.
I was going to say before about when we were talking about resurrecting people. With the F key, though, the F key is like the default interact thing. So sometimes, if you're just mashing on the F key to pick up loot, you'll accidentally start rezzing somebody and then get locked into that and not realize it, and then face the full brunt of, enemies bombing your location or something.
Yeah, there are some downsides.
But, overall, that doesn't happen that often.
Right.
Well, and I think, too, if you are the person who is into crafting, that there's a lot of opportunity for that to be a significant way to play the game.
Yeah. You get XP for crafting in this game, and you get quite a lot of XP for crafting.
Yeah, that's what I heard. It's one of those things where I will probably look into the crafting once I start playing the game after I buy it, but for the time being, I'm just trying to see as much of it as I can before the free weekend is over, so I'm trying to not stop and smell the roses too often.
Yeah.
But if that is something that you like in your game, then this will appeal to that, because it's a pretty extensive system.
Well, and also the crafting in this is a lot different than most, because it's a lot less passive. You have to discover the recipes in this game.
Yeah.
I've noticed that.
You have to go in there and you have to plunk ingredients down onto a grid, and then see if it makes something. If it does, then you learn that recipe, that's pretty cool, actually. It's a little bit of a puzzly element to it, I guess.
And the crafted gear is generally pretty good. I've noticed some of the gear I bought off the auction house, I found it afterwards, was like crafted sets of gear. And I thought the stuff was a lot better than what I was getting off of the vendors and even from some of the quests.
Yeah.
Well, and you can spend quite a bit of time just collecting the things that you would like to have for your items, so that's kind of a fun part.
Who's got those sweet fire dogs?
That
must be
what are
Natash.
they?
Yeah, that's one of our party members because it says Hound. It's got.
That's cool. I gotta figure out what that ability is, because I haven't been putting any skills into that tree.
Fire dogs are bitchin'. Get it? Bitches, like lady dogs.
But
My punometer is broken.
oh.
Looks like we finished this one.
See, I'm not done this one yet either.
Due south of our location is another one.
Are you still going, Sharon?
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
I don't have it completed yet.
Really?
The orchard is pretty empty too.
Well, that's weird because I just assumed that once you came into these areas, you kind of were on the same track
No,
as everyone else.
It's all individual.
Okay, I think I'm getting these confused with events.
Yeah, the events are all
events-
cumulative. Oh,
A new event just
there we
popped
go.
up.
Help collect apples. Okay, so now I guess we're just going to be right-clicking on these apple trees.
except sometimes there will be spiders in them.
Well, that's fine. How do we... Oh, we have to attack the apple tree to get the apples to fall out of the tree. So basically, just run through the forest and... I don't want this tree branch.
Oh, there, I just got the initial heart.
Oh, cool. You can just run around AoEing and getting stuff to depop. You should run around AoE the trees.
So I don't know if you noticed, but the down leveling, we were fighting enemies before that were pretty much the same, and now they're a level higher than what we've been down leveled to try and make it a bit more challenging, I guess. So you've
Interesting.
been down leveled to 5, and now the enemies are, I think, 6?
All the ones I'm seeing are 5 and 3 still, though.
Really?
Yeah. I'm wondering if it's because I'm lower level, maybe? I don't know. Alrighty. Oh, we have to actually return these apples too, don't we?
Yep.
Oh, okay, I didn't realize that.
And I think there's a time... No. Usually there's
No,
a time limit on these collection quests.
Not on this one, so I'm gonna run back and give her some apples because I've got a bunch of them.
Oh wait, we're not giving it to her. We're giving
You give it to Farmhand Paris.
What's that at? Oh, the guy that's got the bucket on his
Yep.
head. Here, take all my apples. Your contribution, 8. Alright.
Oh, it's right there.
Let's talk about apples. Where are these apples at? There we go. Burn down the tree, make apple spawn.
Don't sit under the apple tree with anybody else but me. Wait, I screwed that up already.
What?
It's kind of weird how the trees sort of wiggle when you attack them.
I'm not even attacking them. I'm setting them on fire and they're dropping apples.
They do have a little bounce, though, don't they?
Yeah,
Oh, this spider is level 6.
it's sort of creepy.
Oh, I guess sometimes when you kill the spiders, they have apples on their inventory.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
I don't think I'd want a spider apple. There we go, 17 apples.
Oh, that's right. The timer starts when the meter gets filled by everybody.
Oh, that way, yeah,
Which
that's
is what
right.
I
That,
just did.
okay, yeah, so that way it gives you time to get back and give him apples so that you're
Yeah.
not getting completely screwed out of contribution credit. Quick, run back. Here you go, Mr. Paris. Make it so.
Don't you have a starship to pilot?
What are you doing slumming it in the orchard? Okay, so on Nick's screen you'll see we've got a little medal showed up and it shows you your level of contribution, and I believe we all got gold because we're all in the same group.
Yep, I got a gold.
Me too. Except I have an extra apple here, and goddamn.
Alright, let's
Oh,
get
it's
the heck out
only
of
an
here.
event item. I was hoping I could use that for cooking.
You don't want a spider apple to eat? Who wants spider apple pie?
People in crazy
tasty.
fantasy land? I don't know.
Alright, so that was that one, and we've got... Oh yeah, the other one is due south of our location. So let's see what we gotta do. I'm guessing it's gonna have to do with clearing all these things out of this person's
I'll be there in a
yard.
second. I gotta harvest these onions.
Onion harvester.
Help Cassie around the Moa Ranch. Search
Kill
the
bandits.
bushes for lost Moas, kill bandits, destroy the supplies.
And I'm gonna make everyone in the video watch me harvest these onions and carrots. Because on the screen it's being recorded.
Onion harvester.
Alright, where are we going?
I don't like the fact that this is called a suspicious bush.
I'm sure it's fine. It's fine, it's fine.
It's just, you know, it's got a couple bandits in it, whatever. It's fine.
Ain't the
Remember.
thing.
Remember, when you're seeing your doctor, shake the bandits out of your bush.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Ooh, there's a defense.
is that almost
Defense.
done? Invincible bandit. Bandit Moa Rustler.
silly Moa, why are you standing near the suspicious bush? Like, directly adjacent to it.
Yeah, I mean, when you get into these random events with a bunch of random people and stuff, this game can get pretty intense.
Yeah, because does it spawn more monsters based on the fact there's more people?
I think it is a little dynamic. If it is, though, they also do a pretty good job of disguising it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're running around and you happen upon an event by yourself, you're probably not going to do it. Like,
Yeah.
they don't.
I've done some. You got to be real conscious of what you're doing, though.
Yeah.
I find the best ones on their own are usually the escort missions.
Yeah.
Because those are usually, you can usually handle them with, you know, just you or you and a couple of people.
And there's usually a couple of NPCs on those,
Yeah.
too.
You
Yay,
sure
we
run
defended.
all the glowing bodies. Alright, so now we got to finish the searching the bushes and whatnot.
Shattered lockpicks, why would I want that?
I think those are those salvage items?
Oh, that could be.
Oh, kill the cliff bats, too.
I really dig the music in this game also.
Yeah.
It's done by, I don't actually know how to pronounce his name, Jeremy Souli, which is actually the same guy that does the music for all the Elder Scrolls games.
I'm getting distracted. I found a little cave here. I'm going to come back to where you guys are.
Yeah. I'm sure there'll be something down there for us to go
Yeah.
mess with.
We'll do that after.
I think oh, there we go. Another suspicious bush. I like that he kicks the bush. Alright, I found a moa in the bush. Why would you want to play this game in first-person view?
There's got to be bandits around here somewhere.
It's, actually that's kind of a contentious
Oh.
thing on the boards.
We can go down to that cave. One of the things at the bottom of the list says, recover feed from the bandit Hout Caverns.
Oh.
Cool.
Maybe the bandits are all in there,
Yep.
hiding, because they know our wrath is about to be descended upon them.
Well, they're screwed now. And breathing fire all over their base.
I mean, obviously, I certainly wouldn't want to play the whole game in the first-person mode, but it would be cool to have a first-person mode for taking screenshots of the really rad vistas and stuff in this game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we got it. Oh, and I leveled.
Yay!
I am now level 20, which means I can go get some... Oh, I get my final utility skill slot. Oh, that means I get new skills. Oh, sweet. I can finally spend all those points I've been hoarding. And I also now have my virtues up to 10, which now means I have to figure those out.
I still feel like the guns are a weird choice for this kind of a thing, but
Well, the one race is a floating citadel.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know really what to credit it with, but guns are sort of part of fantasy now.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a thing in World of Warcraft also.
It just always throws me off when I'm running up to somebody with my swords and daggers and they pull out a pistol.
Oh! Oh, I'm a moron and a half. I didn't realize I had to buy 5 skills from that first section of utility skills before I would be able to buy more from the next row. So I've basically been sitting here with the same skills I've had since like level 1, because I didn't find any of these other ones to be useful, so I didn't buy them.
Oh. Yeah, it was kind of... I mean, it is possible to sit on a bunch of skill points in this game, but... For your level, 26 is a lot of skill points. I guess I just assumed that you had been running around doing a ton of skill challenges.
Well, I did do a bunch of skill challenges, but what it basically was I bought the skills that I wanted in my bar at the bottom, and then I didn't buy anything else. Because I didn't find them to be very useful, so I just didn't buy them.
Right. Yeah. You will end up, I mean, at least, I guess, the Elementalist is the only class that I've played very far into at all, so I guess I can't speak for, any of the other classes, but for this class, where's my skills? There's a ton of skills that I have that I didn't think would be useful, but then I bought them anyway, and I found out that they are useful. They're just for a very specific. They're useful in very specific circumstances.
Right.
So if I'm, doing a boss or something, and it's kicking my ass over and over again, it lets you can swap out all your skills anytime outside of combat, which is pretty rad. I mean, that's Guild Wars 1 did that too, right?
Yeah.
So, I find myself swapping out the skills a lot for different stuff to face different challenges.
Alright, so if I get 3 more skill points, I can get all my rank 6 skills, or the ones that cost 6 points. Alright. Sorry for sitting around and jackass.
It's cool.
So I don't know about you guys, but I got that heart. It filled up for me.
Okay, yeah, I'm done with it too. I just, it filled up once I leveled, and then that's when I realized, oh, I'm a numbnuts, and I never allocated any of these skills, so I've been sitting on 26 points worth of skills that I should allocate now, so I can get a bunch of new spells and stuff. So I'm not going to bother messing with them now, but I do have new spells and skills that I can play with later. Well, I will at least get Ring of Fire, because that sounds cool. Oh yeah, there we go.
Oh no, I fell in to your burning Ring of Fire.
Did you go down, down, down when the flames went higher?
And the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. The Ring of Fire. That's my bad Johnny Cash impersonation.
So I think we did all of the... No, don't want to really point out. We did all the heart quests that I know of for this area here. So let's go over to the Queensdale section of this, over to the right there. East.
Oh.
Maybe when we're over there, we can find a jumping puzzle to mess around on. Also, this game has some really weird graphical choices. I think I had pointed them out yesterday, and they still weird me out that there are these places water their gardens with these giant tea kettles. Oh, there's an event over here.
Giant tea kettles?
Yeah, if you go by, they're not spouting anything right now, but over by where I'm at, there's these giant tea kettles that are like on towers that spin and shoot water out of them to water the crops.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's an event over here. Defend workers repairing the pumping station. So basically run around, kill bandits, and trying to keep the workers alive. And then once we're done, this area has a jumping puzzle we can try.
Oh, I see the tea kettle now. I never noticed that before.
I noticed it yesterday when we were wandering around.
I kind of like that.
Short and stout. Boom. Burn, baby. I don't know why it says that, but I kept getting hearts over my screen that kept saying burning on them.
That means you're doing a combo.
Oh, okay. It doesn't mean burning love?
No. Yeah, that means you're doing a combo with somebody else that... like, whenever you see me cast my Campfire of Doom spell...
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that you can do that will then add burning to it.
Okay, yeah, I just got a fire aura buff.
Yeah.
That's kind of neat. These guys are just mass spawning here.
If you hover over your skill and it says combo on it, that means that that's a skill that can be comboed with somebody else's.
These bandits are not very happy to see us. Love that fire breath.
It's pretty rad.
We're almost done. I guess the east pipe is the one that needs the love right now. Oh, I see the bandits now. Well, they are cutting loose over here.
Which one is the east? Wait.
Yeah. Yeah. It's over by where we're at now.
I shall rain fire down upon you all.
Cackle, cackle, cackle. Oh, poor Moa bird, you done got in the way. Oh, we finished it.
There's also triangles or a vista point up on the pipe that we just protected.
So once these guys are all dead, let's go try and show that off. They are cutting and running. And all the townspeople cheer.
Oh, I like how they limp after I shoot daggers at them.
Oh yeah, I've had that happen to me a lot. I've got an ability that allows me to vomit my conditions back out on, onto my foes. Alright, so the game's got these jumping puzzles, and for this one it's relatively easy. You just gotta get on this pipe and go to the end, and then once you hit the interaction key, you'll get like a cool little vista view. It looks like that.
I really hate, I don't know why, it's a completely irrational hatred of mine, but I really hate the term jumping puzzle.
Yeah, it's kind of a misnomer, because that one wasn't even a jumping puzzle.
Well, this isn't really what they call the jumping puzzles, really. Those are the ones that are like multiple platforms. You're doing straight up platforming, like a 3D platform game.
Right, and it's kind of neat because there was always that element in every MMO, because there's always spots in those games that you want to see if you can get to, but there was never any reason to do it.
Yeah.
And in this one, they kind of did give you a reason to do it.
Yeah, and there's always, like, in other MMOs, you're always trying to climb up on things that look like they can, but they can't actually. And you do, like, sort of weird tricks and stuff to do it anyways. But in this one, they straight up reward you for it, which is rad.
Another thing that I just noticed it because on my email says I have email. As you complete these heart quests, you will be emailed in-game email. With usually it's just someone following up saying thank you for helping us, and then here's some extra money for your troubles.
Yeah, that's cool. And there's, I mean, if you read those, they took time to write out the stuff in there.
Right.
They're a little more. There's a little more love in the crafting than just the the usual turning in a quest thing. You know.
That person's name was Goat Udder. Yeah, and we're not really looking at them right now. We're just kind of looking at a certain aspect of the game. But the quests you start off with have voice acting in them and cutscenes and dialogue. Not quite as advanced as the cutscenes that were in the Star Wars MMO that recently went free to play.
The cutscenes in this are mostly characters on either side of the screen talking.
They kind of remind me of cutscenes you would get in like a DS RPG.
Yeah, they're fine. They're well done. They're just not very.
Yeah.
Maybe that person's name is Go a Tudder. or Go a Tud. Go a Tudder. I don't know. Anyways, this is now a 50-minute video, so...
Alright, so then...
Wow.
Well, here's the question. Do we want to just wrap it up by doing something here, or do we want to try and show another zone? The only problem with showing another zone is the potential that things could go awry.
Yeah, it's gonna crash again.
Alright, so do we want to just... Do you know of anything around here that might have something cool to see before we call it a night?
There was a quest. I don't know if you guys already did it. Let me just check and see on the map.
I know I haven't.
I seem to remember a quest out here where the fields were on fire and you had to get grapes out of the field before the ogres burned it down, but maybe I'm thinking of another area.
Well,
I'm trying to find it.
I mean, with the dynamic nature of the events and stuff, which are the coolest part of the game.
We could probably just go find one.
Yeah, but also we may end up wandering around for another 20 minutes and never find anything.
Hey,
True.
Nick, why don't you come out to the end of the pipe right here? I think this might be a kind of a cool thing to show off.
Okey-doke.
Just one of the things you don't get when they're showing the Vista view is they're mostly showing what we're standing on. From here, you get a really good view if you look off to the left of the city and up, left and up.
Oh yeah, that is cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Oh yeah, that city is it's kind of amazing. I don't remember it from the first Guild Wars so much, but it's Minas Tirith.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess let's just head east, and we'll see what we run into.
Okay.
Let's just keep running. If we see hearts, we'll just kind of skip them for now. But if we see an event, maybe we can
There's
run into
a
a
jumping
boss.
puzzle to the side of Lion's Arch. I'm gonna have to bank that one for later.
There's a pretty complicated one in the
Well, we could go do
southern
that.
starting area.
I could always just cut again.
I think if it's like the one that's in the starting area for my race, it might not be very interesting to see because it'll just be a lot of us falling down over and over again.
Then you can put circus music over it, and everyone will get a laugh.
Nice. Well, we could also show off these skill point things.
Oh yeah, is there a skill point over here?
There's a couple of them over here. Oh, I accidentally switched weapons. New event nearby. So, the game has these little skill challenges, and sometimes you just walk up and get the skill point, and sometimes you have to fight something. And sometimes it's just in a hard-to-reach place, so getting to it was kind of the challenge.
Yeah. Oh, this is just a... Yeah.
This is just a gimme.
Oh, but here come the centaurs.
Yeah, this is a... Well, let's do this one. This is a defend the area. Burn, centaurs. Yep, someone to res. Stand up, soldier. So on this one, we're trying to guard this Barthol guy. Where is he? Oh,
It's
he's in the middle
the
here.
dude with the shield over his head.
Oh, I see. Running around like a crazy person.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. Now, I've noticed every once in a while when I'm killing something, it'll say bonus XP. What's that for?
That is... Well, there's a couple of different things that can contribute to that. The biggest one, I think, is actually how long that thing has been alive.
Hmm.
So if you run up and kill something, a mob that spawned like 3 days ago,
Oh, interesting.
and it's been just wandering around for 3 days, and you kill it, you'll get a ton of bonus XP.
Oh, looks like we got him. This is a giant pile of dead horses.
All kinds of dead horsey mans.
Alright, there's another skill challenge inside of that building over there, so maybe that'll be something that'll have more challenge and less skill.
Okay. We should probably call it a video after this, no matter what it is. So it might be anticlimactic, I guess, but...
It might. Looks like this might be a jumping thing.
Oh, okay. Oh wait, no, I know what this is. This is a fight with a dude.
Okay. Now, if we all instigate this at the same time, will we all get credit for it, or do we have to do it multiple times?
I already did it.
Okay.
So,
well, I think Sharon and I have not.
No matter who starts it, if you even do like a point of damage to the guy before it's over, you'll get full credit.
Okay. Sharon, are you having problems getting up here?
I'm getting there, but yeah, there we go.
No problem.
I'm not the best at jumping.
Alright, here we go. Ooh! Somebody knocked me out of my stance.
Yeah, me too. It's probably that guy.
I would assume so. I'm not knocking you around. Alright, so...
Ta-da!
There we go, got that. So what's the barrels?
That's just stuff you can pick up if you want.
Alright. And that's Guild Wars 2 free weekend.
I'm gonna pick up this
Yeah.
egg and I'm gonna throw it at Rich.
Now there are things going on this weekend that we could be doing, but they all generally tend to be level 80, and even though it levels you up to those levels, it doesn't do a very good job of allowing you to live while
Well,
you're doing it.
it levels you up, but you still don't have level 80 gear.
Right.
So it's great if you're doing it in a huge group, but with just a couple of people, and especially a couple of people that are also not level 80, it doesn't really work so well.
Hey, I'm setting us up the bomb. Yeah, we tried one yesterday, and it didn't go very well.
Yeah, and also a lot of that stuff, like we were saying at the beginning of the video, was really super bugged, so...
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but...
Yeah, it's been kind of a buggy weekend. You've crashed a couple times while we were filming. I've had crashes happen previously, and they've been patching like crazy. I mean, so they're on top of the patches, but it has been a little frustrating where yesterday I logged in and I played a good portion of the day, and I think that during the course of the day there were 5 patches or something like that. It was obnoxious. Some of them were small, but then some of them it's like I went to lunch and came back, and it's like, oh, another 45 minutes worth of patching. Great.
And it's also a little weird that, you know, they're patching these events that are going to be over in a day and a half now at this point. It's
well,
like...
I think some of this stuff is going to be permanent because this event is also supposed to be opening up that level 80s.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a new PvP map, and there's a new dungeon area, and that stuff will be permanent. But all the stuff, like the stuff that we were doing the other day, that stuff is going away. That's just for the event.
But given that it was a free weekend, do you think they sold you on it, Rich?
Me, yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to play this anyway when it first came out. I just had other priorities at the time.
Yeah.
And then in hindsight, there were 2 games that I bought that were $60 a piece, and I've gotten far less enjoyment out of them in the 2 weeks that I had them than the 2 days that I've played this.
Yeah. This is a good game. I mean, you know, if you are super burned out on MMOs and you just really hate MMOs, this isn't going to change your mind. But if you know, you like the idea, like me, of MMOs, but you're burned out on all the ones that currently exist.
Right.
This one has a lot of great ideas for the genre.
There's been a few MMOs that I was waiting for. This was one of them, so I'm glad that it's worked out. I mean, I know I probably should have started playing this a while ago, but it is what it is.
Well, I'm glad you're playing it now.
Yep. And now I won't be playing it again until December.
Well,
That's the only downside. But Thanksgiving's got a bunch of stuff going on, and hopefully by then I'll be able to get a better video card, because this game looks nice, but it could look a lot better if it was looking a lot better.
yeah. Alright, well that will do it for this vidya.
Yep.
Thanks
What
for
the hell
watching,
did I
everybody.
pick up? Bye.